When you first see Buddy Daddies, you might think, oh great, this is just another Spy X Family clone, and you would kind of be right. This is an anime original, so there's no manga or light novel to go off of. It is its own thing, and it would be ignorant to say that this was totally not riding off the hype of Spy X Family. But saying that, a lot of thought and time actually went into this anime, and it's its own unique thing. Even though it's very similar to Spy X Family, I think it stands out in its own way and is definitely worth a watch. Following our pair of two assassins who would take the classic introvert and extrovert friends trope, you have Ray, a stone-faced assassin by night, and an introvert NEET who loves video games by day. And you have Kazuki, the outgoing, women and gambling loving man who has been described as the perfect male wife who loves nothing more than cooking and seeing people enjoy his food. And on one particular mission, they come across Miri, a 4-year-old girl who actually behaves like a 4-year-old girl would, who is on a quest to find her dad, and her dad just so happens to be the mafia boss that they were sent to kill. So after things go down, they end up taking Miri in and trying their best to figure out where her mom is, but after some things happen, they end up taking her in and caring for her on their own. So you can see it's kind of similar to Spy X Family, but it definitely has its own unique twist and its own unique take on it, which I think works out perfectly. There are lots of things that stand out for me in this anime. It could be the overall upbeat and fast pacing of the anime and the awesome action scenes that we get, even though in this scene right here, there's no way they should have got shot. But still, the gunfight scenes and the overall badassery of these assassins is amazing. For a slice of life anime, they did the action scenes very, very well. And it's a good reminder too, because sometimes you forget that they're assassins, but then they actually go to work and they turn into assassins, and you get reminded of it pretty quick. But the main things that stick out are the friendship between Ray and Kazuki. These two are the most unlikely duo. It kind of gives me like Rush Hour vibes. The two polar opposites coming together to be the best of friends. Now say whatever you will about their relationship. A lot of people are already chanting yaoi in the background, but to me those people have never had a very close male friend. And that's what I see with these two, a very close bond. Even though they may be different in certain aspects, they have been through stuff together and have that connection and have each other's backs. And I just love seeing these two interact with each other because there's never any malice behind it. Despite being complete opposites, you can tell that they both genuinely care for each other and have each other's backs. And that right there is a true bromance. Which I would say, if you consider them lovers, then you've obviously never had a friendship like that. And I really do feel sorry for you, because having a friend that close that you can trust like that is one of the best things ever. And the other thing that I really love about this, which I see a lot of people kind of take as a negative, is Miri, the 4-year-old girl who actually behaves like a 4-year-old girl would. That was really my only complaint with Spy X Family. Even though Anya does behave as a child should majority of the time, because she can read minds, at some point she behaves a lot more mature than somebody her age should. Not saying that that's a bad thing at all, but with Buddy Daddies and with Miri, she behaves like a child at all times. And a lot of people are like, oh, she can get so annoying at some points. And I say to that, you've never been around children, have you? Because kids act like that. They're always upbeat, they're always hyper, she's super ignorant, always asking questions, always trying to do things on her own, being completely oblivious to the bad parts of the world because she has that childlike innocence. And I think that's just a breath of fresh air. With a lot of animes, you have these children who are way smarter than they should be, or behaving just how children would never behave. But what I think makes this anime work is it's really grounded in reality. Miri trying these things all over the house and failing them, and then just laughing it off and saying sorry, or her constantly trying to play hide and seek, really sells her character, and her voice actor is amazing. Hina Kino does a fantastic job with actually selling that this is a child. When she has those childlike laughs, really sell the overall chaotic good that children are. In my opinion, her voice acting is definitely one of the strongest aspects of this anime. And it's also extremely funny. You have scenes like this when they drop Miri off at daycare and the moms get a glimpse at our Buddy Daddies, and the thirst that they have for these two in that group chat is hilarious. One of them was literally asking to knock out their husbands, and it's little scenes like that that I love. But it's not all fun and games with this anime. There are a lot of really sad moments that are gonna pull at your heartstrings. Like when you learn about Miri's mom and just the overall backstory with that. Or the scene where Miri tells Ray that a papa is somebody that comes to protect you, and when she's about to get taken by the police, he ends up coming to save her. Despite his previous conviction of trying to let her go, he ends up coming to her rescue. So I think this anime kind of has a little bit of everything. It's got its funny moments, it has its sad moments, it has its action moments, it has its beautiful slice of life moments like when they're out playing at the park. And my god, is Japan really trying to up their birth rate? Like I've said a million times before, I'll say it once, I'll say it again, their birth rate is declining. They are trying their best to make people have babies, and this is just another successful attempt at it. And I can't wait to see where the anime goes from here. Like I said, there's no manga to read, so I can't go and spoil the rest of it for me. So I can't wait to see what comes out every week to see where the story takes place next and how these characters' journey proceeds on from here. So if you have yet to see this anime and you want to watch something that's just going to make you feel tons of different emotions, it's going to make you laugh and probably going to make you want to have a kid, check out Buddy Daddies. It is great. I definitely recommend it. If you enjoyed Spy X Family, you're going to enjoy this one. It is not a Spy X Family clone by any means. It definitely stands out in its own way. The intro is amazing, and I listened to it pretty much throughout my entire workout at the gym the other day. So you are missing out if you have not seen this. Check out Buddy Daddies. Go watch it right now. That's the video. Peace.